Alright, so we uploaded our videos from the other day about hosting parties and stuff. You guys gotta check that out if you haven't seen that yet. Right now, Ross is opening up the new case for Resident Evil movies. The movie in theater, the fourth one came out in theaters.
This is 2.
So that's 1 and 2, right?
Yeah, 1 and 2.
Well, I haven't seen any of them at all, so he says I have to watch them. I've heard that they're okay. So I want to check it out.
The first one's pretty decent, I think. The second one is kind of like, you had to do that? Really? Come on.
Really? Kind of like Underworld?
Kind of like Underworld.
Really? Did you have to have awkward vampire, half werewolf makeout sessions?
Exactly. It's exactly like that, actually.
Uh-oh. But Resident Evil's about zombies. I can only imagine what kind of weird things happen with that.
Exactly.
Oh no. I am morally threatened right now. The fourth one just came out like last week and it's in 3D, which apparently everything has to be. Ross and I talked more about trying to get a 3D camera for doing our vlogs, but they're like $40,000. So I'm sure you can tell by our house that we can't exactly afford.
In a couple years.
Yeah, hopefully. We're working up to it. I'm hoping that after another couple weeks of serving, I'll be able to buy myself a new Lamborghini. And then after that, the camera I think is pretty much, it's all disposable income.
Exactly. You're talking about the Matchbox cars, Lamborghinis, right?
Yeah. I saw one in Meijer today for like $1, and I thought, man, if I save up, someday. I will get that. Another thing I wanted to share with you guys right now, or not right now, but really all day, we've been watching the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yahoo.
And they've had a one-word monster movie monster marathon.
First was, get this, Cyclops.
Cyclops, and it was about...
It was about ancient Roman times. It was set in ancient Rome. Mm-hmm. And apparently Cyclops was like the thing to beat in the arena.
I like the ending because they, well, I didn't really watch it at all, but I did see that, I think the hero, I think it was the good guy, the last thing he says to the Cyclops, before the Cyclops gets stabbed by a javelin in the eye is, "Cyclops, look out!" Which is funny because the Cyclops only has one eye. And then he gets stabbed in the eye, and it was game over, man. Spoon. Whoops. That's another like little inside joke that I brought from my friends at home. If if something really dramatic or awful happens and you don't really care or you're an asshole, then you just go, "Oops." And then that turned into spoop, and then it went to spoopity, and then it was bad news. But oops. Like, "Oh, I just ran over your cat with my lawnmower." Oops. Like it's a really good thing to say.
Yeah.
What was on after Cyclops? Do you remember? Yeti. Yeti was on.
Yeti.
You were gone.
I was gone.
And I watched Yeti.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I got a screw for my desk because my desk had like a corner piece. So instead of having 2 desks like a tool, I have now a corner desk.
Desk.
Unfortunately, I have no corners in my room.
That's true.
So
you have like 7 walls.
Awkwardly in the center of my room.
I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think you have 8 walls.
Yeah.
You count the closet thing going on.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
Yeti. See, the problem is that Ross walked down the best part of Yeti, where the Yeti, because there's actually 2 or 3 of them. It's kind of vague. I think there's 2.
Oh, really?
The Yeti, yeah. They were like hanging out in a cave together, and then they kill them both at the same time, but then they actually are not dead.
Oh.
Oops. Gave away that surprise.
Like Lake Placid.
Kind of like Lake Placid, where it's like a family of crocodiles, basically. And they have enough crocodiles there to have sequels.
Yeah, exactly, apparently. Have you seen any of those?
I saw half of the first one.
The first one, not the sequel?
No.
Okay. The first one's okay.
The first one's okay. The first one was on my senior year of college monster movie marathon that I had with Melissa Van Dam. And it started with Lake Placid and ended with Snakes on a Plane, and I think there was Planet Terror in there. Anyway, check out all these movies I'm talking about, by the way, because they're all awesome. The Yeti part I was getting at is that the Yeti runs up to the couple. It's not the main couple. It's like the other kids that you didn't really care about as much, because they're all high school kids. They're all on this plane on a field trip, and they all went to State College University or something. And go Wildcats. And the Yeti plunges his hand into the dude's chest, pulls out his heart on like a beating platter, which, by the way, the Yeti has really like clumsy, nasty gloves, and so it just
wasn't it like
looks
3 fingers or something.
Yeah,
stupid?
yeah, it was like
3 fingers and a thumb.
Yeah, it was like really like Spocky and kind of Star Trek thing going on. Anyway, heart beating in the hand, shows it to the girl. She stands there and screams, and then he throws her to the ground and really like drawn out, like cut back. Ah, she's screaming, Yeti, and cut back. Oh, I'm on the ground. And the Yeti lifts up his foot, and the girl goes, no! And then he stomps on her head, and blood squirts out of all directions on her pancake cabeza. It was ridiculous.
Unfortunately, I didn't see that.
I'm kind of over embellishing it, but it was pretty good.
I wish we had DVR'd it now.
I know, kind of. Maybe we shouldn't.
What was after that?
After it was Cyclops, Yeti,
Then
Ogre, which was like a colonial town that like stayed colonial because they have this curse about this ogre thing. The ogre was pretty mediocre CGI.
Yeah, it was.
And the 2 main characters were really obnoxious and made stupid quips the whole time.
Okay, I have to stop you right here and tell you about this DVD case. And
Tell me about the DVD case.
It's got like the corner right here. You see how it's still got the plastic wrap on it?
Yeah.
I hate it.
Wait, ew.
I hate it.
Wash it.
It happens on all of them. Does anybody else hate that? Maybe I'm just being...
Leave comments if you hate it or if you love it. Well, it's a big debate whether or not you hate or love.
Or if it's just not that big of a deal and I'm being super OCD/anal retentive.
I don't think it ever happens to me, Ross. Well, you're dumb, because it happens to me and I hate
It
it.
happens to me all the time. Maybe it's just because I buy too many movies.
Well, if you recall from our first vlog, I don't know if you can see that. It's a little dark in there, but point is that he's got a lot of movies.
Yeah. 2 more.
2 more movies.
2 more.
Boom. 1 box, 2 movies. That's efficient.
It is.
That's efficiency right there. Yeah, the ogre thing. There was one character that she was like a girl and she was like intelligent and spoke at a normal pace as opposed to like a I am trying to act pace. But what about my friends here? No, she was like cool, and then like 14 minutes into the movie she gets like she runs into the ogre and escapes, and then it cuts somewhere else and you're like, sweet, she's still alive. Good thing that obnoxious guy that was with her got killed. And then she gets killed the next time it cuts back to her, which is kind of like, really? Save the talent you have, right?
Exactly.
And what happened on after Ogre? Mandrake. We're watching it right now. Well, we're watching commercials right now. Let me see if I can pull it up on my DVR. Hey,
no, it's actually, we can fast forward. We don't have to watch this shit.
We don't have to watch this shit at all because we have a DVR. Power of Comcast. Let's get some lights going on here so you guys can see my DVR powers. And let's get our Mandrake on here, guys. That's Subaru. This is still Subaru. Okay. Here we go. Mandrake. Now, if you guys don't know, well, Russ, what did you first think Mandrake was?
Half man, half dragon. Mandrake. Bam.
See, right? That would be like cucumber pineapple. You would assume that it's a mix between a cucumber and a pineapple, but instead it is a vampiric plant. I guess a cucumber pineapple could also be a vampiric plant, but I'm referring to the Mandrake again. Again, this is on the Sci-Fi Channel. It's a sci-fi original movie. It's really good. You should watch it. And
he's tired and scared. Could you tell?
I'm tired. I'm scared.
That's the face that he was giving. Tired, scared face. Get it.
Wait, where's the Mandrake? Oh. There it is. Oh, the leg. The leg. Oh, the CGI has actually been... The special effects in this movie have been the best out of the whole day.
Yeah, there's a couple of times the contrast is completely different from like the CGI and the people.
Yeah.
And they're like, ah! And they're sort of like... The lighting is completely different.
Here we go. Plant vision. Mandraco vision. Uh-oh. There's nowhere to run.
Oh my gosh, a cliff, a lake. That was anticlimactic.
Can't get us in the water, plant. I know how much plants hate water.
Yeah,
That's why there's no life in water. Ooh. I I love this, dude. This is so good.
I love this movie. In fact, I'm gonna take this back right now and get this movie. Just kidding.
But that's 2 movies. You can't get rid of 2 movies.
I know, but that's how good it is.
I hear what you're saying. I get what you spit. Hey, but we are gonna watch Resident Evil because we did spend money on that. But I think we might DVR Yeti in the future.
Again?
You don't know. You know, sci-fi funds these really awesome movies where they find like up-and-coming actors mixed in with a whole bunch of bad actors.
Awesome.
And you know, it's just entertaining.
There was one that I saw the other day when Nick was over. We were
Nick's not on the couch now, but
he's not. But that's where we were.
That's where you were.
Yeah.
Right.
It was called Goblin.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That could go right along with Cyclops, Yeti,
It really was.
Ogre, and Mandrake.
It was about a witch whose baby was deformed. So then, like,
Goblin.
the town was like, we have to burn this baby because it's impure. So they tossed it on the fire.
Which fire? This fire right here that you're referring to right now?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, let's see if I can get to it. I want to see the fire again. DVR power, see? They're fire.
Fire.
I am fire.
And she was actually a witch. And then she cursed everybody, and then this goblin, like, sprung from the
Earth.
ashes
Ooh.
of the fire and started killing everybody. And then it
Too stubborn to die.
apparently eats baby souls or something.
But who doesn't these days? Am I right?
Am
I right?
See, I'm putting on weight because of it. Or maybe that's the Coke.
I think that's mostly the
That's
Coke.
6 gallons
The Coke
of Coke or
and the
however
beer.
much we've had today.
It was a football Sunday, so I did have to drink a silly amount of beer, but we did have a lot of that left over from
It's
our
true.
party, so
That was nice.
that was nice. It was a nice perk of having a party is that we have all this booze hall left over.
We still have a ridiculous amount of alcohol.
What was the movie that you saw on Sci-Fi that was like yesterday or the day before with the verses? It was like the
Oh, Dino
Croc
Croc
Dragon.
versus Super Gator.
Dino Croc versus Super Gator.
And let me tell you what, that was one classy movie.
I think I'm gonna put links to all these movies in our little info box for this because that way you guys can check it out for yourselves.
Yeah.
See the up and coming talents. There's some cute girls. Fellas out there who are into dating girls that are not yet mainstream actresses. You know, snag them early and then they get really successful and you get to reap the rewards of having a famous wife.
Exactly.
Right, exactly. Check out these movies because they are the diamonds in the rough. I don't recall any of them being diamonds, but
There's a lot of rough.
there was a lot of rough, so
A lot of it was pretty rough.
it makes the fruit that much sweeter if it's that harder to pick, right? Isn't there something about some saying
that's your
that
thing.
that's not my thing? I just go for the hot ones. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Anyway, we're gonna get to watching our movies, but thanks for tuning in, guys.
Surround sound, maybe Heather might kill us. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, we did give her a 1-day reprieve from our loud evening music,
It's true. Maybe we'll give her a beer.
Heather comes down. Guys, seriously though, I really need to get my rest. I do have to work in the mornings. Heather, now's the time. Now's the time for talking. No, take this beer. Wait, what's the classic Zelda quote? It's like, it's dangerous out there. Take this, or it's dangerous to go alone. Take this. I will leave you with that note. I think I can find that picture online and put a link to that too. Ross, you don't know what I'm talking about?
I know.
You will find out when you watch this video when we put it up,
Yes, I will.
because I will have a link to it. Hey, check us out. It's Sunday, and we did all this in one take. We're like one take Sunday in over here.
Yeah.
A little bit of Shay style going on.
Shay style.
Shay style. That's like a whole new name for him.
Yeah.
Uh-oh! Get the fire truck! Get the fire truck! It's got the fire!
Link in the Shay tards in the
We should put a link of the
Box,
Shay tards
right?
in our box. It's gonna be a link party in our
Yeah.
box.
No pun intended, because we're gonna put a picture of Link.
Right, the Legend of Zelda reference link. Are we allowed to say all this stuff, or are we like copyright infringement all over the place?
Copyright infringement. I don't think we're allowed to do that. We just uploaded a video that I was playing the radio. I don't know if we're allowed to have that going on. You know, if we are arrested in a couple of weeks, it was great knowing you guys.
If we're arrested, we'll try to put it in a vlog when we're in prison so that you don't do the same. Learn from our mistakes, right? Ka-chink! Alright, hey, have a good night. Ross, got anything else to say?
Bye.
Sundays!